Hi, I'm Joe McCarthy. This video will give you an introduction to SteelCentral Insights for SteelConnect and how to navigate the GUI. SteelCentral Insights for SteelConnect is an integrated platform for SD-WAN visibility that showcases views and insights that are specific to SteelConnect components. 4 new insights have been created so it can view information via Organization Summary, Site Summary, Application Summary, and User Summary. To get started, you first need to launch SteelConnect Manager. In the top pick is Dashboard, which is what we're looking at. And here we can see Global Realty Corporation and the links it has already configured. So we have headquarters in San Francisco, a link over to New York City. So here we can see 2 tunnels have been established and 3 are under construction, which are Sydney, Bethesda, and Cambridge. When I select the Organization tab, I see specific information about Global Realty Corporation, starting with name and location, network defaults, numbering pools, all the pertinent information about this site. Now to launch into the insight, which would be the Summary Organization Insight, simply click the orange insight box in the top right. And this is where it'll be posted as you go through all these views going down on the left side. So for instance, say I click on Network Design. Here it breaks out by sites, so it's Bethesda, Cambridge, HQ, New York City, and Sydney, what we saw before. And you can go down to WANs and uplinks. So I'm going to go back to the organization view, and this time I'll select the insight. Now because insights and SteelCentral Insights for SteelConnect run on different systems, you're going to have to log into the SteelCentral Insights for SteelConnect. So I'll do that now. If you're giving a demo, you want to make sure you do log in to that prior to doing the demo, so you don't have to go through that login process. I'm now in the Organization Summary Insight, and this view should look very familiar as the view mimics App Response 11. So this view gives you the overall feel for how the organization is working. So top uplinks, which are HQ in New York City. We give you the top latencies, top applications, so you can see what applications are running on the network. Top sites, again, we have HQ in New York City. We also show top users, along with top servers, and at the bottom, the overall organization throughput. In this view, I can also look at information in a more granular fashion. So say I want to look at this spike. Much like in App Response 11, I can highlight a specific area and all the widgets update to just this specific area. So now I'm looking at just that spike area and that information in there. And you can also change the widgets. So simply click on that little dial, and here you can change data. If I don't want to look at total traffic, I can look at any number of metrics, so I can change that. Same with appearance. So you can change how it looks. So exactly the same way you would do it in App Response 11. From this view, you can also launch into specific insights per application or top sites. So for instance, under top application, say I wanted to see who's using FTP, I can simply hover over it, right mouse, and go into Application Summary Insight specific to FTP. Same for top sites. Say I want to see what's going on with headquarters. Simply hover over it, right mouse button, and I get a Site Summary Insight specific to HQ. And let's say I want to look at New York City's MPLS link, make sure everyone's on that should be. I can simply right mouse button and go into Site Summary Insight specific to New York City MPLS. So now I'm looking at the site summary specific to the New York City MPLS link, the private link, the high value link. So we see total throughput. We're looking at the top applications running across this link. And important, now we can see the QoS classes that are running across this MPLS link. So we have, interestingly, unnamed QoS. So we might want to check that out. We can see the high, which is the MPLS link, and normal, which would be the basic internet type traffic. We can see the top user. So Steve Parsons is the only user using mostly remote desktop. And at the bottom, it breaks it out in very detailed fashion. So we can see that the normal traffic is really generating 0, which is good on the MPLS link. And we can see the high is basically what's going on. This unnamed, you might want to check out. So it identifies the type of traffic that's running across this high value MPLS link. Now I can get to the same view using SteelConnect Manager. So I'll go back and show you how I do that. So back in SteelConnect Manager, I'm going to go under Network Design, look at the uplinks, and here they all are. Now remember, I want to look at New York City private MPLS link. So here it is. I'll simply click on NYC. Brings up the insight where I can launch it, gives me all the information about this guy. Click the insight. And now I'm back to that same view I was looking at just before. So 2 ways to get to the same view. Instead of looking at specific links, the 2 links going into New York City, let's just look at the site New York City. To do that, simply click on the Insights and go to Site Summary. From here, a pop-up window shows, and you want to pick the site you want to go to, New York City. Uplink, from here I could select either the private MPLS, which we just looked at, or the internet, but I just want to look at New York City and combine them both. So I'll just leave that blank and click on Launch. So now I'm looking at all traffic hitting New York City. Start with the top uplinks, throughput, which can be changed, down to top applications, and we're going to the QoS classes. And down here we'll look at top user details. So we can see Steve Parsons and Nancy Clark getting in on some BitTorrent. But what's most important is you can tell what traffic is going across what type of uplink. So the social media type stuff is going across the provider or the internet link, which is good, that's what you want. And for the private, you're seeing the remote desktop. So the MPLS link is being used correctly. That's what's key. And down at the bottom of the screen, it breaks out even more detail. So you can see what traffic is going across what link, connected to what site, and how much data is going through it. So a very powerful view here. Another powerful workflow is understanding what are the users doing within your uplinks. So from here, go to Insights, User Summary. I'm going to pick Steve Parsons because he seems to be the power user here. So I'll pick Steve, and again, you can choose a different site if you want. I'm going to stick with just overall traffic. So now looking specific at Steve Parsons and what he's up to. So all the applications that he's using, you can see FTP is definitely the main one he's using, and if I wanted to, I could right mouse and go into Application Summary Insight for Steve Parsons using FTP. So very specific information. Again, looking at the application throughput, QoS breakdown, you can see most of it's normal, some unnamed, but we do want to check out, and then the MPLS link. And down at the bottom, it breaks it out in more detail. So you can really get a good idea as to what your users are consuming on what link and how they're performing. So that's a quick overview of SteelCentral Insights for SteelConnect and how you can quickly identify hotspots and understand how is traffic flowing across your infrastructure and who's using it. For more information about SteelCentral Insights for SteelConnect, please visit the link provided. Thank you.